think you're really short.
I am.
Cool. I'm Meg Campbell. We're coaches of Phat Chilly from New Say.
Right.
Okay. You ready, Chief?
Sure.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm Steve Campbell.
I'm Tom.
And we co-founded Chilly back in 2000. Tom and I got together and said, all right, well, let's pick a name, and the whole idea was that we wanted to be chilly with our O and sort of get things
that
a little
works
more
well.
well. And so we then went on and really consistently did well, but never got over that hump of winning nationals. It took us a few years.
Once we sort of broke the duck in 05 in Perth,
Yep.
We were on a three-peat.
Yep.
Then had a bit of a year off and then came back on a fourth. Made a couple of finals since.
Won a bronze at World Clubs in Perth.
All right, what about...
I'm Adam Gackie and I'm Meg Campbell.
Yes, we're the coaches of. Yeah. We worked together, Meg and I worked together with Chilly last year for the domestic season, and we found, based on our professions, we found a really nice sort of system where Meg does a lot of strength and conditioning work, body resilience, and I have a specific area of mental preparation, mental strength training, and then we're more sort of holistic with, you know, tactical work and that sort of stuff.
So,
Stand and deliver. That takes someone with some clarity and some nuts.
And this is a combination of some of the old heads and some new additions, sprinkled with a few of the Australian team from Japan in 2012. From say the team went to Japan Masters, there's probably half of the team there. We've injected some youth and the depth is there. So I think at the top level it's just as good as some of the other Masters teams that have gone from Australia in recent years, but I think the bottom's a lot deeper with 26 guys.
Bit of a last hurrah for some of us, I think, given our age. And
speak for yourself.
we started our physical preparation back in October with a focus on functional movement screens, really identifying where the weaknesses were in our athletes. From there, we developed training protocol that specifically worked on building core strength and improving on any movement screens that they failed. We spent quite a big pre-season developing them as strong, powerful athletes by working primarily the core.
So yeah, Phat Chilly, we went to nationals. We decided we had the end goal in mind of Italy, obviously. And yeah, look, it was great. We pretty much beat most of the top teams throughout the season. One thing that we could have improved on was our sort of consistency. At nationals, we came in feeling pretty strong and sort of mentally alert and strong. We beat a couple of strong teams from New South Wales, and unfortunately we got to the quarter-finals, the top 8, and we were playing a New Zealand team, and unfortunately we didn't come out as hard as we should have. But you know, positives out of that, you learn more from your losses than you did from your wins.
Probably since 2010, when I did under 23s, the mental strength stuff I have done has developed, definitely, and for each specific team it does require different nuances. At the base, it's all the same sort of stuff. Techniques like mental imagery, always having a mental warm-up, and then a solution-based cool-down, and then different sort of trigger and anchoring techniques that each individual can use to consistently perform at mental and physical peak.
Frantic does not look good on us. That we know for sure.
well, I would say the man beside me is certainly the first person to be looking out for.
Shucks.
Last Worlds in Japan, he ended up winning the MVP for the division, so I would expect nothing short of that this time around.
Don't give away our strategy.
High expectations.
Don't give away our
but
strategy.
No, we've got him in a minimal role this time, so he'll barely touch the disc, I think, this time around. So I think that's going to benefit all of us.
We have 8 PhDs on the team, so we can put a line of doctors on there. And we've also got 7 lefties, so we can have a line of left-handers, a line of doctors, or just our usual line. So just watch for some of those unique combinations. In terms of who to look for, but I would say look for Carlos, Teo, and J-Lo from Singapore, because you'll be able to recognise those 3 because they have their shirts off constantly.
That's right.
It's training, it's 15 degrees here. They just have their shirts off, people. It's not because it's warm. They just like to get their big chests out, puffs out as well.
We're working on it. I'm doing abs at home. I'm doing everything there is to do. I can't keep up.
In a nutshell, what do you want to achieve in Italy?
Well, besides greatness, for me, I always think I like to be motivated by results, but focused on actions. How prepared, basically, can we get them? And then with that, launching from that foundation, really seeing where we can take it. So always play to win.
A lot of the guys in the team played on various teams, have won bronzes, silvers, a few golds in Australia, as we mentioned, but we never won a gold in Masters Division. 2 silvers for Australia, one in '99 and in 2012. So we're looking to take it one step further. We're tired of silver and bronze. We're going all the way to the goal. So
we're trying.
We'll see.
We've just signed up to have a social event in our next training camp, and we're all going curling. So we booked the ice, and we're all going to try curling. Being Canadian, I've had a bit of experience on it.
How does that make? We're going to go to Italy. What's going to really get into the culture of Italy? Let's do curling
down there,
because we're going to Italy in summer. That makes perfect. Not
no
soccer
injuries
in a stadium, not pizza eating.
It's all about learning how to.
It's all about you. Let's
the
face
ice.
it. It's all about you. That's okay. It'll be fun.